if x is a positive integer, is x less than 16? So not much information on our prompt. Pretty much we just know x is positive and x is an integer. So let's look at our statements. Statement 1 says x is less than the average of the first 10 positive integers. So how do we find the average of our first 10 positive integers? So I guess one thing you do is you can add them all up and then divide them by 10. Or if you know your properties of consecutive sets, which our first 10 positive integers are, you know that the average for a consecutive set is just your first number plus your last number divided by 2. So in that case, that will be 1 plus 10 over 2, which is just 11 over 2, which should be 5.5. So this is telling us x is less than 5.5. And we also remember from our prompt, we know x is greater than 0. So if x has got to be less than 5.5, it's definitely going to be less than 16. So this is sufficient to say yes. X is the square of an integer. Okay, so what is that telling us? So we want to know what x can be. So we got to find some integers to square. So x can be 2 squared, which is 4. And that would give us a yes to our question because 4 is less than 16. It's also true, x could be 5 squared, which is 25. And 25 is not less than 16. So once we have a yes and a no, that is enough to tell us this statement is insufficient. And A is our answer. Pretty easy question. And I'm sort of surprised they gave us a value that was so much less than 16. Usually they try and keep things close.